Dean, what do you even say about, the first half, the first 13 minutes there?
We turned the ball over 3 times and they scored 3 goals. And game was done pretty much. You can't give teams, a 3-goal head start within 13 minutes. And that's what we did today, and we caused our own problems. First one, Edam wins the ball, gives it away again. And then our 2 midfielders have jumped and left a big space in between them and the back 4. And we don't deal with the cutback, and Peck hits the post and their lad follows in. And then the second ball gets played into Pep. Pep takes a poor touch. They win the ball back. Toff's gone on, left the space in behind him. They go and exploit it, a low cross, and we don't deal with, there's only one man in the box that we have to deal with, and we don't deal with that. And he gets a simple tap in, and then the third goal, big mistake from Privs, and, a lot of individual mistakes there that cost us goals, and then which cost you the game.
What do you think is missing right now with some of these defensive lapses or turnovers, as you're saying?
We'd worked this week on defensive transition because we know that was going to be part of the game, and I thought we got sucked into trying to win the ball back too quickly. The first goal definitely affected us too much, and we're trying to put it right straight away rather than being compact like we spoke about and what we do really well at times. And because we went chasing the game, we got picked off.
And Westy was sick this week. Were you trying to just give him a breather?
Yeah, no, he's had a chest infection and a cough for the last 3 or 4 days. So, that was the reason why he didn't start the game today.
Okay, thanks, Dean.
Cheers, Carl.
Go ahead, Brian.
Dean, what was the message to the squad at halftime? And also, can you just kind of go into the 3 subs you made?
My biggest problem was I felt we went and pressed at the wrong times. And with that, we ended up with a front 4 and 2 midfielders jumping and leaving too big a gap between, the front 6 and the back 4. And, when you do that, they're going to find pockets of space, which they did. So I just thought it was the right change to change the 2 midfielders. Westy for his know-how on the game and understanding of the game, BB for his legs as well. And I thought it was better second half, but at 3-0 down. And I've been in that, and I feel for the players after 13 minutes. The other team get a little bit cock-a-hoop and they rest on the ball, take a few more chances than they normally would do. So it's a difficult position to be in for the players. So they were the reasons. Obviously, Priv, looked a little bit shell-shocked, a couple of mistakes, one that, caused the goal, and, Morrison gets his debut, and I thought Morrison did well second half.
And I remember when you first came in as head coach, you had a big trip to Vancouver, and you mentioned that you weren't really super concerned about the travel in MLS. How are your thoughts now, a few years in? Is it still kind of similar, just travel, especially this coast-to-coast travel? Does it feel like it have a bigger effect on you guys, or no?
The result today is nothing to do with the travel, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure when I get the analytics of the running stats, they'll be fine. But you just can't make mistakes like we did.
Cool. Thank you, Dean.
Cheers.
Nick?
Hey, Dean, I was wondering, what does a night like this tell you about the group's mentality, and how does that influence how you plan to manage this next stretch of the season?
A team can actually go one way or the other at 3-0 down, especially after 13 minutes. We didn't crumble after that. That's the only positive you can take. Morrison came on and did well as well. But we've shown we've had problems in both games on transition, defensive transition. It's something that we need to get better at. So, I'll own that and keep working on that, and look to improve.
Is it easier if you have a loss that's not as close to just forget about it and move on to this home opener than if it was something close?
I think you've known me long enough, Nick, to know I don't forget too quickly. There won't be too much sleep on the plane on the way back. I'll be, look, watching the game back and digging into it of what we could have done better, what I could have done better, and how we improve for next week's first home opener.
And anything to the fans, since this is going to be the home opener coming up? What kind of I guess you don't want your players to come out flat, and it seems like in some areas, especially in defensively, they've come out flat. What are we going to see? That's
Yeah,
special?
no, I don't think they'll come out flat. The players love playing at home. We have that home advantage like most teams do in this league, but you've got to still perform. And minimise mistakes. That's the biggest thing. Our fans will turn up in their numbers, as we know, and we have to go and put on a performance. And if we do that, we'll be okay. There's 3 mistakes today that have cost us, big time for 3 goals, and always hard to come back from 3-0, especially after 13 minutes.
Westy, you've been sick this week, and I guess this game kind of epitomized how you felt this week.
Yeah, it's been a tough week. Wednesday I was awful. So listen, it was probably the right decision for the gaffer to not start me. But this is a collective thing, and tonight was simply not good enough. So there's no other excuses. We got beat well. 3 mistakes, 3 goals, and then that's it. The game's lost from there.
What do you think is going on? As you kind of adjust to some player personnel changes on the back line and some new guys in the midfield. What's going on? Do you think?
No, it's listen. We can put it right. We're 2 games into the season. We're not going to panic. We're going to get back on Monday, train hard, and do the right things in training. There's only us that can put it right, and we have to take a good, long, hard look at ourselves and be honest with ourselves. We'll watch the game back. We watched the game back last week. We weren't good enough last week, but at least we hung on in there and got a point. But tonight was our own doing. We give 3 mistakes and you get punished. So it's as simple as that.
Thanks, Wesley. Safe travel.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Brian.
Ashley, I was to ask a quick one. I know you're not feeling well, but Dean has mentioned the defensively in transition specifically, that being really an area to work on, and that was what caught you guys out a little bit again today. What's kind of missing from the player perspective on just kind of cleaning that up?
It's our own when we've got the ball, when we're giving the ball away. So listen, if we're going to give the ball away sloppy, then you're going to get punished. And listen, it's basic mistakes that we need to put right, but it's a place where we've been before. We've turned it around before. We've got some good games at the bank, so hopefully we can start to turn it around, because it needs to happen quick, and it starts Monday.
Cheers. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Nick.
Wesley, real quick, how difficult was it to watch the first half, knowing and seeing what happened, and then also knowing that you kind of won in some ways the second half in the way you all played and controlled it a little better?
Yeah, it's not nice watching. You feel helpless, but it's an opportunity for someone else to take the shirt. But again, yeah, it's just our mistakes that cost us. It's as simple as that. It wasn't nothing to do with we beat ourselves tonight. It wasn't to do with them beating us. We beat ourselves. We give the ball away, and it's cost us. And if you're going to do that away from home, it's in the first 15 minutes, and you don't expect to win the game.
And then the second half, how did you feel like you guys turned that corner?
Listen, they're 3-0 up, so it's the game's gone. You just try and we did it at Chicago last year. We turned our season around at Chicago last year, so it was about giving us something in the second half to. We looked like we had more control. We didn't threaten their goal enough. We have to change. It's down to us. We don't blame anyone else. We take responsibility. We take ownership, and we get back to work on Monday. And things have to change in training.
Thanks, Wesley. Hope you feel better.
Thank you, mate.
Bridget?
Hi, Westy.
Hello.
We return to the Fortress next week for a home opener. What do you have to say to the fans?
It'd be nice to see him. It feels like it's been a long time. we look forward to playing there. We know when the fans turn up, we usually turn up, so we need them. We're in a coming off the back of a real poor result, and yeah, we need the place bouncing, and hopefully we can kickstart our season.
Thank you. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Jorge?
Hey Wesley, how are you? What can you learn from, at least just from watching on the sidelines in that first half, other than just like the poor mistakes?
Yeah, it's mistakes happen. That's what soccer is. It's the team that makes the least mistakes, and we've made 3 and we've been punished. So it's as simple as that. It's concentration. Is it stuff we're doing in training? Are we're not preparing right in training? We have to take ownership. We're just, because the simple things are costing us at the minute. It's not the other team that have beaten us. We've beat ourselves. So it's as simple as that. We turn up Monday. You have to train as if your life depends on it, and that's the only thing that can turn it around.
And how do you feel about that cohesion in the midfield that's going on? And maybe, I don't know, there's some miscommunication or just things that you guys need to clean up there.
No, it's no miscommunication. It's individual errors. So it's nothing to do with who's in there. We're a team. We know what we've done tonight. We're disappointed, but we need to. It changed in the week, and we need to put in a performance on Saturday.